Some persons have tried to justify the existence of same-sex marriage in some African cultures by equating same-sex marriage to the Igbo marital tradition of woman-husband. This tradition, which existed among the Igbo people, simply refers to the ability of a woman to marry a wife. Although this cultural activity is going into extinction, it cannot be equated to the present Western countries supported same-sex marriage. In this woman-husband marriage setting, a woman is allowed to marry a wife, but there are conditions and scenarios that support such marriage. Let's look at some of these conditions and scenarios. The first one we have to look at is in a situation where a woman has no male child or no child and her husband dies. When this cultural practice is widely in use, such woman may be allowed to marry a wife. In this case, she becomes the husband and start living with the wife. But there is no sexual activity between her and the wife. The woman husband and her wife will agree to allow any man of their choice to come and be impregnating the wife. It might be a man from the family or village of the late husband. The children from this union will bear the name of the late husband. However, all these must be with the permission of the family of the dead husband of the woman husband. So this means that for this to be implemented or actualized, the family of the dead husband must permit such practice. Another scenario is where a married man does not have a child or male child. Where a married woman does not have a child or male child, his husband possibly became very uncomfortable. She might seek the permission of her husband and also her husband people to marry a wife and bring her to her husband. In this case, she will secure her respect before the wife and also handles her husband's desire. This is mainly if such woman has reached a menopause age. The children from such union will bear the name of her husband, since her husband will be the person responsible for the reproduction. Another scenario is cases of wealthy Igbo women that may have reached menopause. They can seek permission to marry wives for themselves in order to have children. Maybe a wealthy Igbo woman that possibly did not marry and has reached menopause can decide to marry a wife. Where such wealthy woman is not married, she can decide to marry a wife. In this situation, the wealthy Igbo woman must seek the permission of her family before indulging in such traditional practice. Where such woman is married, the children will answer the husband's name. But this is mainly conducted if the husband of the wealthy woman is dead. The wealthy woman will bring the man or a man that will help towards the reproduction on her behalf. Now let's look at another scenario, which we'll look at as maybe the first scenario. is a scenario whereby in a family, a man has only a daughter or daughters. And because of the attachment of this lineage thing among the Igbos, there may be some level of agreement whereby one of the daughter or the only daughter may be appointed as a son. In some cases, some secret rituals are conducted in order to handle this. The only daughter or one of the daughters may be given the opportunity to go out and marry a wife, and at the same time get a male that will help towards reproduction. This is not to say, however, the factors or scenarios mentioned does not authenticate the attempt in some quarters to link the Igbo tradition or to link this Igbo tradition to the Western pushed same-sex marriage system. The woman-husband marriage practice of the Igbo people have nothing to do with the same-sex marriage that is being pushed around or supported by some of the Western countries today. Kenneth Chukwuemeka explained it by stating that the woman-to-woman marriage in the tradition of the Igbo people is an improvisation to sustain patriarchy and simply an instrument for preservation and extension of patriarchy and its traditions. In Igbo societies, male child or male children are accorded very high level of importance, and we are held in high esteem due to the lineage sustenance. There is always some form of pressure in the family setting where couples end up not having male children. In some quarters, a secret ritual is carried out, as I said, in order to turn a daughter to a son. Now, it might be a bit confusing. The secret ritual does not really mean that, but after it, the daughter turns to a male or a son overnight or physically. No, this is to give such daughter the permission to possibly get a wife and indulge in procreation. Kenneth Chukwuemeka as well went ahead to state that while the wife married to the woman husband had their companions, the woman husband as well had a male companion. The male companion handles the sexual desire of the woman husband and as well supported her. And as well supported her, the biological reality is very inevitable in this situation. That is why there are male companions involved in this type of marital arrangement. But in most cases, these male companions, both the one for the woman husband and the one for the wife, are kept secret. In some cases, some of these male companions may still be married men or married people, male that are married somewhere else. Although, in most cases, the male lovers operate secretly. The major focus of this traditional practice is procreation and not sexual satisfaction. This makes it different from the Western style same-sex marriage practice. Some unique practices under this system is that the woman husband do not go by themselves to marry these wives. The women husbands do not go by themselves to marry these wives. They are represented by relatives. Before embarking on this journey, they must seek permission from their relatives or family members. It will be very difficult for any one of them to go without relatives. In the process of the marriage, they must have male spokespersons. In the process of the marriage, they must have male spokespersons. This is because Igbo culture does not allow a woman to directly seek the hand of another woman in marriage. The male spokesperson must be involved in presentation, in traditional negotiations, and even in dowry payment. Attempting to justify same-sex marriage by making references to this marital system is very unfortunate. This is because those trying to do so are ignorant of this marriage system. Let us look at some of the differences. One of them is why Western-style same-sex marriage can be conducted by willing women and women or men to men. The Igbo woman husband system. In Igbo woman husband system, the supposed woman must seek the hand of the family members before embarking on such traditional engagement. The next one is why the Western same-sex marriage can occur between a man and a man. It is a great taboo in Igbo land and most African cultures as well for a man to marry another man. The third one is why woman-to-woman same-sex marriage in the Western world or Western countries can exhibit open sexual affection like kissing or caressing or any other form of sexual affection. It is a huge taboo under the Igbo culture for women husband and her supposed wife to ever exhibit any affection. They are not expected to engage on it. Yes, they will live together, but they are not expected to engage in any form of sexual activity. Now, the fourth one now is in the process of traditionally contracting this marriage, all the spokespersons, as I've earlier mentioned, must be male. Presentations, activities must be conducted by male. This is because there is no justification for any in Igbo. There's no justification in Igbo culture for a woman to effectively, without monitoring, without traditional engagement, to marry another woman. So the attempt by some quarters to equate this and make it look as if it has been in existence for long is wrongly exhibited. The truth also remains that in the present day, this particular tradition is highly going into extinction. Myself as an Igbo man cannot even say that I've seen it happen in recent time, even in the last 20 to 30 years. That means there is a high level of push to put it into extinction. Please, if you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe to our channel and click on the notification icon so that anytime we drop a new content, you will be one of the earliest persons to be notified. We will appreciate your comments. If you are from Igbo land, if you are an Igbo person and you are watching this, let us know your views. Even if you are not from Igbo, let us know your views, your comments, and your contributions. Your questions as well will be appreciated. Please share our content so that it will reach as many persons that may like to watch them. Thanks for being part of this channel.